Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to Speak Your Mind TV against corruption in Jamaica.
We don't want no murderers. We don't want no rapists. We don't want no pedophiles here. We have enough of our own problems here where we can't control our own people.
They are not welcomed here. The sentiments of some St. Mary residents who are objecting to the temporary stay of third country nationals in the parish. Janella Precious has the details.
In Grandstown, St. Mary, there's a new topic dominating discussions in the home, places of recreation, and on the streets. TVJ News has learned it is here that some of the third country nationals will reside when they're deported from the United States. Residents are not pleased.
Some send them go back to their country. Tell Andrew and Chang say they house big enough can't hold them. So then if you put them up. Not in St. Mary, especially in Grandstown. Carrying yard big enough.
Yeah, right. This is a peaceful community, you understand? So if the deported them come here, we don't know where they come in our district come, you understand?
The whole 14 parish need to come out and demonstrate on this. So if it was Jamaicans coming, yes, they could come. Yes, because it's their home. Yeah, it's their home, but it's not Jamaica. They are not Jamaican.
I was just watching a post on the news. They can't air it on post on TikTok saying some government officials have stolen 3 trillion Jamaican dollars from the taxpayers. And there's no way to track this money, how it was spent, how it was stolen, how it was missing, and there's no accountability to whosoever that stole this money from the taxpayers, from the citizens of Jamaica. So what we paying taxes for? Listen to me. You know what 3 trillion Jamaican dollars is? 3 trillion Jamaican dollars is equivalent to 18 billion 926 million and 148,000 US dollars. That's a lot of money. Now just math this for a second. Think about it. If someone in government stole 18 billion 926 million and 148,000 dollars, and there's no accountability, you're not going to jail, you're not going to be arrested, you're not going to prison, and the only accountability is that you put me on blast to the Jamaican citizens to not vote me back into power. That is a grand payday. No wonder I will get into government just to steal. If this is the case, when I run for government, I only run for office to steal. If that is the case, if there's no accountability, someone's stealing $18 billion, 926 million and 148 million US from the Jamaican government, why would I go into office to do anything other than stealing if there's no accountability for stealing that type of money? It will justify me being a thief. It will justify me being unjust. It will justify me being a corrupt government official. Why should we pay taxes? Why should we even vote? You know what I mean? This deters the mind from wanting to be anything involved into this country's politics. Just imagine what 18 billion could have done. Not even 18 billion. Just imagine what 926 million US could have done for this country infrastructure. We could have used that $18 billion to attempt to find the oil on the ocean floor. Jamaica looked like some kind of a scene in The Walking Dead with all the trash on the floor, overgrown vegetation, and potholes. I'm telling you, people, I'm not bashing my country. I'm saying this. This is a fact. It looks like a scene from The Walking Dead where people is turned into zombie and there's just only few people that's alive fighting against zombie and the greediness and the chaotic mindset of human beings. That's what it looks like. Because that $18 billion could have been put back into the country to make the country. This was stolen over a 10-year period time. So just imagine if over the 10 years, the $18 billion and 926 million and 148,000 would have been put back into the government, back into the country to somehow build up infrastructure, clean up the vegetation, and a cleanup campaign. This place would have been looking so civilized. But no, let's steal the money. Why not? You people so.
Jamaica, how we are going to Andrew house? You know here, Jamaica? Man stab up them one another upon Andrew property. One dead. Jamaica. You see Jamaica, me tell you no say. None of we not immune from crime. But me I wonder if I sacrifice Jamaica. Andrew, a sacrifice. Because Jamaica them believe in the blood sacrifice in Jamaica. Jamaica remember me come tell you no. Say them have portal open all over Jamaica. That's why you see they run go to India so often. And then be send the Jezebel go down to Africa. She go dance with monkey. You see Jamaica? But some man don't understand when you don't hear me talking. But Jamaica, it no look shameful. That dispute their prime minister property. And man stab man and kill man. Or it was a sacrifice. Jamaica, was it a sacrifice? Jamaica, was it a sacrifice, Jamaica? But stay tuned, Jamaica. You will get the rest of Bangarang. Because me know you love the mix.
I'm standing at right here is the wall at Mammy Bay, fishing beach that people of Steertown in St. Ann always use. And up there so is the road. And right behind me, or right up the road is where hundreds, if not thousands of Steertown residents live. And in the hot summer, record heat summer, we cannot use this beach because sandals, Adam Stewart run sandals, put up this barrier. And next to this barrier is another encroachment happening right there on the beach. And as you go along the line, all the way to Laughing Water to Ocean, is the beach which is black. And still, people seem to support this. And people support the blocking and loss of this beach and other beaches because of political affiliation. Just up the road there is a church that I went a few days ago. And while I was talking about beach rights, I was being heckled. A lady feel like she's supposed to defend the prime minister and defend the political establishment as opposed to defend her rights, the rights for her and her children. And in the comment sections nowadays, you see people talking about 1 p.m. 1 p.m. what? The prime minister is not infallible. When you say 1 p.m., what do you mean? One, poverty for the masses and prosperity for the minority? What do you mean? One pathological mendacious prime minister? What do you mean? One professional misappropriation of funds? What do you mean? One parasitic menace? This man who is talking about Dubai style economics. We know what Dubai is known for. Dubai is sponsoring, the Emirati is sponsoring a genocide in Sudan. Those people are not like us and they will not support us. Someone want to know what I mean when you talk about 1 p.m. The only thing we're supposed to be talking about is one Jamaica. Because when you talk about this 1 p.m., it's like you're showing a kind of ignorance and cultivating chaos and confusion. And that is why we're always in conflict. People are supposed to stand up for one Jamaica. To stand up for one land and one unit for all of us. This is why we talk about beach rights. This is why we talk about land rights. You see what's happening in Paraty. You see what's happening in Mount Olivet. You see what's happening in Clifton. Everything is being taken away from us one by one. So we have to unite. No, you look and you see that the Prime Minister and the rest of the government is planning, not planning, but have already given away our rights and on our citizenship and our sovereignty by bringing in 25 criminals from the United States to be deported to Jamaica as a third country, which none of them is from, right? And this is the result of corruption. Because when you deal with corruption, this is the fruit of it. When you deal with corruption, you get this kind of situation where the terms don't always serve us. Because the fact is, our government, our political representatives have made a deal with the devil. And when you make a deal with the devil, you don't get to determine the terms of of such a deal. And the conditionalities always disadvantage the masses. Jamaica, stop taking sides and stand up for one Jamaica and one love.
In case you didn't know, Jamaican beaches are under attack. The local residents of Jamaica are not able to visit their local beach just the way that we would in the United States. You can't just drive up to a beach and expect to sit there with your family and enjoy the sun, sea, and sand. It doesn't work like that for the Jamaicans in Jamaica. That being said, we need to stand up for their rights. We need to stand up for the local residents of Jamaica, the people on the ground. These people deserve the right to their land. They deserve the right to their sea. They deserve to have their culture preserved and protected. If you are in Jamaica this weekend, please head over to Mommy Bay in St. Anne's. Join us in the protest that goes against the new beach policy. Jamaicans will no longer be silenced. It's time to stand up and it's time to preserve the culture. Stand for something or fall for anything.
And Juliet. You have youth in a Juliet. So I say, step from back a Andrew, man. And come on the front line, come see mothers like them here, man. You see what I say? And come feel what them a feel in our country where them love. You see what I say? How no comfortable so. And some of the Jamaican woman too. We sit down up in a uptown in a echelons of society. And I look at the new talk about it now, come up there. One Jamaica, you know, we can walk come at any uptown community. We can walk go anywhere in Jamaica. Our ancestors them used to walk through the hills them from St. Thomas go Montego Bay. So we can walk go anywhere. We want to say, we want to walk come on the gate, come turn up and ball, and make us see how belly pain really feel. We want to see some woman uptown we have powers to come and use up the social media space and talk on behalf of mothers like them here. Yeah, and stop calling them poor people and not your business that. You see what I say?
The Because We Care cash grant will be distributed on the 29th of June 2026. Each child is expected to be receiving 85,000 Guyana dollars. This is what progress looks like under the PPPC government, putting people.
Jamaica, I don't even know where to start. I am currently at the funeral service for the young men that were murdered by the police in Mandeville. The two young men that were murdered. And I don't know what going to the country. I just spoke to one of the Khaki suit police. I don't know if my inspector, I don't know what. But him tell me say by order them have to do this for every funeral. Them said they gave the people them 30 minutes to do the funeral. 30 minutes them give the people them for the funeral Jamaica. Now the family are so distraught, the people them spend up their money and cannot even bury their dead. In a Jamaica, what kind of country this? And what kind of country this? And what kind of government this? And the police can come with badness, can tell the people, can lock off the people in funeral for 30 minutes. For 30 minutes. Charge who? Charge who? Jamaica, what kind of Jamaica this Jamaica? The people can come at the funeral to come bury them dead. And them assume that the young man is a criminal. Them not on a gun for proof that the young man is a criminal. Them kill the people and pin the people and come and bury the youth. Yeah? 30 minutes. Them give the people and for the funeral, then lock off the people and funeral. And both of escort them to burying ground. And what kind of country this? What we are doing in our country? So you think that when you do this, you are going to have a set of people who are going to be peaceful? You're not going to have a set of people who are peaceful? You do everything for aggravate the people, them. What kind of country this, man?
What kind of country we are living in? What type of gunman murder you for you?
30 minutes and give people and for them funeral. 30 minutes.
What type of gunman murder you?
What kind of country this? Jamaica, them thing, you know, them something you can't write, you know. Them something you can't write, you know. Them something you cannot be, them sitting you can't write. I mean, I go see it and keep quiet. All the kill the people and pitney. All the kill the people and pitney. 1 day after the youth 18th birthday. 1 day after youth 18th birthday in a Mandeville. The amount of gunshot in the youth was unrecognizable. Wagwan, manners and respect. Half an hour to kill the people them. Half an hour the police then come here. And I tell the people so they have to come down. 5 minutes.
Them a murder.
5 minutes. Or 5 minutes. Now, what kind of hostility that you know bring to people them? On the day when them are buried in dead Jamaica, what kind of country this? Because those young men with them murder, the youth, them are not criminal. Them are not criminal. The youth was an assistant teacher. The youth was an assistant teacher. A proud graduate from Mayday. A maths genius. A him then kill. A youth a got church. Let me tell you something, man. Jamaica, look at the people, them upset. The people, them don't know what to do. Them don't know if you don't know the police gone ahead of the earth. Because they need to be there. When we talk to the man in the khaki suit police, them tell me, say, them have to do it. And I then do it with every funeral. That is not true. And what kind of friggin' country this? Yo, me telling you, you know. Yo, me telling you this, you know. You see, when you frustrate the people, them then kind of way, yeah. You see, when you frustrate the people, when the people start with only, you know. Hey, me don't talk, you know, because when you done murder people, them pitney already, and the people them did a mourn and want to come my funeral.
Don't vote for Labour right again.
Come lock off the people them funeral about 30 minutes. And when they look at that thinking rich people them from uptown who scam people and kill off people, want to keep them for hours in a church and invite on the dignitaries. The people them come out here, so many hundreds of people come here, so lay to rest the young man them. I want to come about 30 minutes and not even that the kind of attitude I want to come with. And nobody can chat to no. 5 minutes. 5 minutes left. Jamaica, 30, some people say not even 30 minutes or 15 minutes. As if people ain't going to church, man, they come like a funeral. Jesus Christ. And for no say, he died at the hands of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The young man had so much gunshot in his face and in body that he was unrecognizable. Unrecognizable. I want to come at the people in funeral. Come lock off it. Say they have 30 minutes. Jesus Christ, man. No, man, on evil. A next level evil this. This is next friggin' level evil. A next level evil. Andrew Holness, we would like to hear from you. And, well, I'm not even from Orias Chang because I'm not a sense. I'm an idiot. Andrew Holness. Because if you think that the family for this, if you not, anyway, me day up on the ground, you know, me hear for the people, you know, hey, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, wanna stop set up on yourself, wanna stop set up on yourself, wanna stop the evil, they're gonna stop the evil. All right.
This is Roaring River in Marnie Bay, Saint, and the government gives this prime land to the Chinese well of people sleeping under tents in the western part of the island.
So even when the road get rocky, I say me never give up. I say there ain't no giving.